John Kelly.
Chairman, first of all, I want to compliment Senator McSharry on the introduction of this discussion document on suicide awareness. I've always said in this House that I don't think we're doing enough to tackle suicide. I recently said that what we need to do is set up a single authority that deals with just suicide and suicide alone, headed up by somebody like Noel Brett, and the same way as he headed up the Road Safety Authority and did great work and reduced road deaths dramatically. And that's what we need to do with suicide. Secondly, I also want to support my colleague Senator Marie Maloney in relation to the mobility allowance and the motorised transport grant. The reason that we're in the position we're in, apparently, is that it was found unconstitutional to deprive over 66-year-olds of the mobility allowance, and obviously if we have to pay it out, it's going to cost us too much money. So obviously there's a decision made to scrap it and the mobility and motorised transport grant. Now, I was community welfare officer for 28 years dealing with these two schemes, and I have to say that they were a lifeline to many people, particularly people living in rural areas and living in rural isolation. And the motorised transport grant, without it, many people would not be able to connect with local villages and towns, and also the purpose of it as well was to facilitate people so that they could be able to get to work. I know plenty of people that need a car to travel 40 miles to work. There is no other alternative scheme that can cover both of these when you're talking about rural isolation and elderly people. We cannot expect elderly people to be like robots that will provide a bus for them at a particular time every day if they need to go to town to do their shopping. In rural Ireland, that simply doesn't happen. So the only way we can deal with this is that they have the money in their hands and that they have the freedom to come and go as they please. So I think it does require debate, and I do agree with Senator Maloney that some of us should be feeding into this debate, and I, particularly with my own experience, would like to be part of that discussion.